shutdown of 2018. Tonight, lawmakers missed the midnight Eastern deadline to vote on a bill that would keep the federal government up and running.
We have team coverage on this developing story. We start with 10 News anchor Brian Schlonsky. He's been following the looming shutdown all afternoon. He's joining us now from the 10 News Live Center with when we just saw a vote moments ago. The House hasn't gotten it yet, so what is the latest, Brian?
Well, Kimberly and Steve, the latest from here inside the 10 News Live Center. We expected a vote from the Senate that may have come in the wee hours of the morning. Instead, we just got that a few minutes ago, so the Senate headed back into recess. Now, as you mentioned, that goes to the House. You see the House in recess. They expected, though, possibly could vote on this before dawn. You see here, this was the breaking news. The Senate decided to pass that budget deal, sending it to the House. So right now, as of this moment, the government is still shut down, but the House expected to vote in the next few hours, meaning it's possible the government shutdown may end before dawn. For the second time in less than a month, the federal government shut down. The Senate failed to vote on a spending bill, and funding for the government ran out. The man who pushed it past the deadline, Kentucky GOP Senator Rand Paul. Paul held up the vote for hours, taking to the Senate floor, protesting that the bill would bring the return of trillion-dollar deficits.
I think the country's worth a debate till 3 in the morning, frankly.
But not all of his colleagues agree.
The senator from Kentucky, by objecting to the unanimous consent request, will effectively shut down the federal government for no real reason.
The spending bill, one of the biggest since the economic stimulus in 2009. The deal includes billions for opioid treatment, disaster relief, and infrastructure. It also has a big boost to defense spending by $300 billion over 2 years. Anticipating the shutdown would happen, the White House told federal agencies this afternoon, start preparing. The Senate likely to vote to reopen the government sometime early Friday morning. A House vote would then follow, where it's expected to face major hurdles. House Democrats furious the deal doesn't address the Dreamers. Some House Republicans worried about the bill's price tag.
Reckless, totally reckless.
So just to recap, we thought that the Senate would be voting on this in the wee hours. We know that they now did vote. They passed this budget deal. It's on its way to the House, where we just mentioned could have some major hurdles there in the House. They may vote on this before dawn. The high-profile issue of immigration, as far as we have seen, is still not addressed in this deal. With the government still shut down, remember, essential services will still pay, and Congress will still be paid during the shutdown, although it may only last till the morning. That's something, of course, we'll wait and see when the House steps back on the floor, guys.
Brian, thank you.